Today, I'm out here on the river. I decided to come back and try to see if I can maybe get a better bite going. Last time I was here, I caught fish, but I didn't really do that well. It was about a few weeks ago, so hopefully should be a little bit better at least. The weather's supposed to be about the same, except it's a little cloudy today. I just got bit. And the wind's not supposed to be too bad. It's only supposed to be like gusts of up to 13 or 14 today. So, should be a pretty good day for some smallie fishing. I only have like 7 hours left to fish, so I'm gonna have to be a little quicker than I normally am. I might check out some of these spots on downriver and try seeing exactly if there's any down there or where I can find them at today. If I can catch my limit, I'd be happy with that. I'm mainly just out here to be out here, which is the best type of fishing to do in my opinion. I love just coming out here to just fish and have fun, so that's what the goal of today really is. But you know, of course I want to catch my limit too, at least, and a big one. Hopefully the bass should be a little bit more active compared to what they were, so I'll just have to see how the bite goes, but I think it'll be a pretty good day. But I'm probably gonna head on downriver, try to fish some of the spots that have produced pretty well for me in the past and try some new ones out. You want me to go around? All right, I just don't want to cut you off or anything. All right, I'll try to keep as far over as I can. No, I just launched.
Have you fished this before?
I have. I'll give you some lures if you want some.
What do you normally use?
Little Ned rigs. Yeah, they tear it up. Are you going after smallmouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really good for them. All right, guys, first smallie of the day. Not even that far into it, so I'm just gonna send this little guy back on his way and hopefully catch a few more. Thanks, buddy. There we go. There's one on the board already. Wonder if there's any more right there. I didn't think I even had a fish. I thought I was just snagged on a rock, but then it started to move. But 1 out of 5, not too bad so far. Hopefully they'll be pretty willing to bite today. I haven't even been on the water that long, maybe about 20 minutes or so. So it's good to already get a fish. I haven't got a fish out of here. I think that this would probably be one of the most productive spots. But it just goes to show you, it can change so quickly. I mean, I was just out here like a couple weeks ago, and the spot that I was fishing out there, I got a lot of bites. And down here, I think I might have got one, but I'm just gonna say it's not a bite. I think it was probably a steak. It's about 3 o'clock now, so I still got quite a ways. So I don't want to waste time if I don't have to. So I think I'm just gonna head on down to the next spot. This spot kind of looks pretty similar to what I was fishing up there, so hopefully it should be pretty good. I think actually that might be a smallmouth right there, or it's a carp. It's hard to tell sometimes. It looks like it might be a smallie. I see a lot of bait fish in the water. Oh, there we go. What is that? Is that a little smallie? Yep. Well, that was convenient. Right near that bait fish. Nice little guy. I saw him pretty much like right out in this deep hole over here, and I guess he was chasing some bait fish, and mine's about the same size, and he chose to bite mine. But little guy, still second fish, a little bit better than the last time so far, so hopefully that's a good sign for today. But I'm gonna send little buddy back on his way and hopefully get a few more. Thanks, buddy, appreciate it. I was about kind of where I caught him. And the reason why this spot's so good, there's kind of like a little natural barrier right here with these rocks. and the bait fish are kind of getting trapped here, so that's why the smallmouth are sitting here. It's kind of like that spot on up that I just fished, but this one's kind of a little bit more, not as much current coming into it, at least I'd say. So I definitely see a lot more bait fish than I did whenever I was up there, so that's why this spot has produced that one for me. And who knows, maybe another one. There we go. That's a big one. Oh yeah, that's the one I'm wanting. Oh yeah, come on. Oh, come on. Got him. There we go. Whew. That is a good smallie. There we go. Finally, a good smallie. That's what I could live with. That is a good smallie. So, wow. It's good to actually catch a nice sized one now. GoPro died, but I'm going to get an underwater shot of this guy and send him on his way. Well, I'm glad I did not leave, because that was a good smallie. I thought I was hung, but nope, just a nice little smallie. And I caught a pretty good video of the underwater release. Oh wow, do I have another? Yep, I do. Smaller this time, but I will take it. He choked it, look at that. That's a little guy. It was pretty much that same spot where I just caught that one, so I gotta cast back over there, of course, but I'm gonna send little buddy here on his way. Thanks, little buddy. Appreciate it. Fishing's been real good. Hopefully it doesn't turn off, but I think it should be a pretty decent day. They're like right over here, there's some rocks underwater, and it's kind of a deep little run. And that is exactly where they've been sitting at. I didn't think I'd be staying at this spot for that long, but you know, never hurts to be thorough, especially since I just caught 3 fish out of here. But there's so many other good spots in the river. I don't know if they'll be as good as this one, but I gotta at least try. So I think I'm gonna head on down just to save some time at least. I'm really surprised about no smallmouth. That's the really surprising thing for me. I know there's not really a lot of current that moves through here, so that probably has something to do with it, but I have caught them before through here. It just kind of depends on the day. Normally, actually, through this section, I catch largemouth, probably the most. Oh, I just saw a smallmouth. It was not that big, but it was a smallie. They're kind of cruising up shallow, sort of, today. Shallow water with some deeper water nearby, I'd probably say is probably more accurate. Oh, there we go. Right in that current. There we go. Number 5 for the day. Little tiny guy, but I felt the little head shakes in the current and I knew it was a smallie. So I'm just going to throw this little guy back on his way and hopefully get some more, but I think it's going to be a pretty good day today. Thanks, buddy. Let's see if there's any fish here. This looks like a pretty good little spot. I definitely think there's at least a couple here. But if not, I'll just head on down. Not a big deal. But I think I'll at least get one out of here. There's also kind of this deeper eddy right over here that might hold some. So I'm gonna probably try that too. But if I don't get one out here, not a big deal. And I think as the day goes on, the bites should get better, hopefully. Yeah, that was definitely a fish. There we go. I knew it was. Got him. There we go. I think a bigger one bit it, or maybe it was this one. This one has some funny colors right there on its nose, but pretty little fish regardless. So I'm just gonna send the little guy on his way and hopefully get some more. So that was number 6 for today. I'm not sure how that underwater shot turned out, but I will see whenever I get back to the house, or whenever I get to a place where I can stop, I'll check. Oh wow. Another one, huh? Oh, it's small. Came right off. Makes it easy on me. This is a little tiny guy, so I won't do an underwater release on him, but pretty little fish. They're right where this current's coming in, and they are schooled up right there from what it seems like. So I feel like there might be a couple more there. Now I'm gonna send little guy back on his way and hopefully catch some more. But number 7. Thanks, buddy. All right, I wonder if there is number 8 in here. Hit it pretty much as soon as it got into the water. I thought it was getting bit by multiple smallies. That actually might have been another one. Wow. Glad it stopped here. We'll try a little bit deeper, see if maybe there's some over there. Well, I spoke too soon. There might not be another one in here that actually wants to bite. Oh, that's a fish. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Oh, that's really nice. Not as nice as I thought, but still a good fish. A pretty little fish. Right in the corner of the mouth. It's a pretty little fish. Very bronzy looking, but right back out in that same spot where I caught those other two. So I'm just gonna send this little guy on his way and probably try to get another underwater release. And hopefully try to catch some more, but number 8 for the day. I took a little break there to kind of let the spot die down a second, and I want to cast back up into there. I checked the water temperature. It's about at 63 right now, so that explains why the fish are so active. But this has been a pretty productive day so far. I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. So yeah, I still have some pretty good spots left to fish, so I'm excited to see how many fish I can catch today. Who knows, maybe I can catch a pretty big one. The one that I caught was pretty nice, so I can't complain. But, you know, I always want to catch a big one, or even a bigger one, I should say. But if I don't get a bite here in the next couple minutes, I'll probably move on down. It's about 4:30 right now, so it's getting later. And it's supposed to be cloudy for the rest of the day, so I don't think it'll be good to kayak once it gets darker. So I'll probably have to leave a little bit early, I'd say. I'm not really getting any bites anymore. I'm getting snagged a bunch, but no bites. So if I don't get one here in the next few casts, I'll probably just head on down just so I can fish some of these other spots some more. But catching 3 out of here is pretty good, so I want to see if there's a 4th one though. I'm gonna head on down here to the next spot and hopefully keep up this luck that I have. I'll try to see if maybe there's one here in this current real quick. And if there is, that'd be cool. I think there should be at least one here. It's a perfect spot. It's kind of like where I've been catching them all day. Oh, I think I had one. Yep. Oh gosh, that's huge. That's a big fish. There we go. Ooh, yes sir. That's a good one. There we go. A little largy. Wasn't really expecting to catch that, but good healthy fish. It's fat too. So, not really expecting to catch that in the current here, but still pretty cool fish. So, just gonna send this guy on his way. I'm gonna try to do an underwater release on this guy and hopefully catch some more. Well, I definitely really was not expecting that. It's weird whenever I catch largies out of rivers like this, but it's not really too rare, but it's definitely uncommon, I'd say. I haven't caught a largie out here in a while. There's definitely a few good ones here in this current, I would say at least. But I think I should probably hop back in the kayak just so I can try to see if I can get some more. That was number 9, 2 species today. I thought it was a big smallmouth there for a minute, but it was just a little largy. And still can't complain. I like catching other species besides smallmouth, but I just really was not expecting a largemouth in current like this, but it happens, I guess. I'm sure that there's probably some more here, but if there's not, there's plenty of other spots on the way down where there should be some fish held up. Try along the bank a little bit too. May try to see if there's some that are kind of hugging up shallow. If I can catch 10 today, that'd be great. That largemouth had some pretty good size to it also, so cannot complain there. I still have about 3 hours left to fish or so. Maybe like 2 after paddling and everything on down and all that jazz, but still, really good day. I've had a day fishing like this since before the flood, so it's nice to come out here and actually make a pretty good video. Water temperature is definitely pretty warm, so I'm glad that they're pretty active today. I've been wanting to go fish the French Broad, but some of the parts and stuff and the ramps have been closed, so I haven't been able to. I think they're doing some debris removal, I think is what they're doing. I tried calling over there to see when they'd open back up, and they are closed indefinitely. Right before the flood, I actually caught a big one wading up through here, so that's why I kind of like to fish this spot at least a little bit. But there was none, so that's okay. Not a big deal. But yeah, I think I'm gonna head on down just to try to fish some of these spots that I very rarely get to fish. This spot should hold some. This is where I caught all those rock bass the last time, so maybe I'll catch some more rock bass. You never know, though. That's funny, I actually just got bit. Oh, this is not a good place for this. Oh, I do not know how I did that, but I did. Thank God. That was not a good place for that. There we go. A little fish. And that was probably one of the hardest catches I had all day. So I'm just gonna send this guy on his way and hopefully get another one. Thanks, buddy. I was really not expecting that. I'm glad it wasn't bigger, because if it was, it would have broke me off. But that didn't happen, thankfully. So everything's good. I was in a very bad spot when that happened. I ran into Levi down here, so I'm gonna fish with Levi for a little bit and hopefully try to get him some smallies. So hopefully it'll go pretty good. And I hope this footage is actually viable, because it just told me that it had to repair my file, which is not a good sign, but I hope it is fine. All right, we're here at the next spot. I'm gonna try to fish this a little bit, see what I can find. Looks pretty good for the most part. I guarantee you'll get one.
Yeah,
Yeah, because normally this is where I pull up at. It's right about here on these rocks.
yep.
You got one? I got my net. Yep, you got him, I think. No, you got the... No, you got him.
Got him.
I'll net him for you. There we go.
He didn't want to cooperate.
No, he did not. It's a good little fish, though.
First cast.
Yep, right in that little pool there.
Yep. All right. Get another one.
Yep. Yeah, they've been stacked
This
through
hole
here.
right here, we're going to turn them up and stuff.
Yeah, I think so too. If we get a big one, I'll run up and get my underwater camera.
All right. Oh, big one.
Got one? Ooh,
Well, I thought he ate it like a big one.
he's on the rock. I think he might have came off. No, he's still there.
He ate, like literally, he ate it and took off with it.
He got you in an awkward spot
Yeah.
there.
We need to stay behind that rock just in case they can see us.
Yeah, probably.
He ate it, like literally, he took off with it like it was a,
Last meal.
oh yeah. Yep, another one.
Not too shabby.
Yep. Big time to come back.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh,
What is a little rock? But no, a little smaller. Smallest of the day. That's probably about 5 inches. Some would say it's huge. But well, we're just gonna send the little guy back on his way and hopefully catch another. I'm gonna have to throw you, bud, but I'll try to do it as best as possible. Thanks, buddy. Levi has walked back up. We only caught 3, so he caught 2, I caught 1. Fishing's kind of died off a little bit, or it might have just been the spot. So I'm gonna fish a couple of these holes on the way down. I have about an hour before sunset, so I don't know, we'll see what happens. Oh, that's a fish, isn't it? Yep. Well, actually, number 11. Fish number 11, so I'll send him back on his way and maybe catch some more. Thanks, buddy. Oh, look. River otters. Yep, there's one sticking its head up right over there. Well, I think since the otter's here, this spot's probably dead now. I do like otters. I think they're pretty cool animals. But boy, they can sure eat some fish. So I think I'm gonna paddle on down. Plus, I really don't want to foul hook an otter or something. So I will see you back here in a second. Well, y'all, I think I'm gonna have to call it here. I would try fishing this, but it's kind of cloudy, so I'm not going to really be able to see that much once it gets closer to dark. So I think I'm just going to paddle on down. I still got about 3 or 4 miles at least to paddle, so yeah, I think I'm just going to paddle on down. 11 fish in a day is pretty good. I caught some pretty good ones and can't complain. Got Levi on some fish and it's been a good day. So I'm glad to actually get out here on the river, and I will definitely be back here soon. But if you made it this far in the video, make sure you subscribe. We're pretty close to 4,000 subs, and it would mean the world to me if you are not subscribed already. And I will see you guys in the next one.